In 3, we are with Macbeth in his castle, preparing for war, making all the war arrangements. You see, it's Macbeth, the doctor, the same doctor from 2 scenes ago, the one that observed Lady Macbeth, and attendants, servants. And things aren't going well, so Macbeth will be angry.
Bring me no more reports! Let them fly all! Till Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born a woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear.
Okay. Whole bunch of things here. Bring me no reports. I'm angry. He keeps getting reports of people abandoning him, people leaving, generals not showing up. Let them fly all. Let them all flee. I don't care about them. To Burnham Wood, removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. I will not be stained with fear until this happens. That's one of the prophecies. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? Wasn't he born of woman? Yeah, I knew his mom. Yeah, so he's checking off the prophecies in his head. The spirits know that all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Now remember, he's saying this in front of people that know nothing about the witches, so they might think he's crazy. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes that are false to me, and mingle with the English epicures. Oh, the English that like their fancy food and their unruggedness. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear, my mind and my heart, shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. I'll never have doubt or have fear, because I know all these things in the prophecies are true. They will happen, or they won't happen, technically. Enter a servant.
The devil damn thee, black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gotst thou that goose look?
So he's just making fun of him. A servant walks in looking pale. So cream-faced loon, your face is like the color of cream. The goose look, goosebumps for being scared. Oh, you're too scared. What do you have to say to me?
It is 10,000.
Geese, villain?
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overred thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counsellors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force, so please you.
So the servant is very afraid to talk to Macbeth. I don't think he's afraid of saying there's a big army. He's afraid of what Macbeth will say to him for giving him the bad news. And Macbeth just makes fun of him. You're lily-livered, you whey-faced. Whey is like curds and whey. It's a byproduct of milk. So you're pale-looking. And then the English force. There's 10,000 English soldiers coming.
Take thy face hence. Seaton! I'm sick at heart when I behold. Seaton, I say!
So, right here. Leave. Then he calls his one of his servants. His name is Seaton. Now, we can see the name is Seaton. We can see there's a character named Seaton. The Seaton hasn't walked in yet, but the audience might have heard something different. What does the name Seaton sound like, or could sound like? It might sound like Satan. So for a second, the audience might think, oh, he already talked to the witches. Now he's talking directly to Satan. And actually, all the things he's about to say before Seaton enters is a confession. So the audience might think, oh, he sold his soul to the devil. He's talking to Satan, not Seaton. But let's listen to that and talk about it, because it's super important.
This push will cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the sear, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have. But in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honour, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Seek on!
Okay, let's work through that. This push, this thing that's about to happen, will cheer me ever or deceit me now. So either I'm going to be overthrown, or this will, like, I'll win and I'll be happy. I have lived long enough. My way of life, my lifestyle, has fallen into the sear, has fallen into, like, disrepair, old age. He says, sear, yellow leaf. Now, when you think of life cycle as the seasons, in the spring, things are born. In the summer is their height. In the fall, it's the decline. And winter is death. That's a thing in literature. When does the yellow leaf appear? Autumn, fall. I am at the end of my life. And that which should accompany old age, as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. So all these things I should have in my old age, I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses. I don't have any of these good things. All I have is curses. Yeah. So I'm old now, and I kind of have nothing left, or almost nothing left. Now, how old is Macbeth? The short answer is I don't know. The long answer is I've heard a whole bunch of different things from different scholars. Basically, anywhere from 35 to 55. That's what I've heard. Now, the historical Macbeth, his reign... Also, how long has Macbeth been king? It seems like he was, I don't know, king for like a week before Malcolm showed up with armies. In the historical text, because Macbeth was a person that literally existed, it's, I think, a 9-year reign. He's king for 9 years. And he's not anywhere as terrible in the original text. Here, I don't know, feels like a month, 2 months, something very short. Like, how long does it take to go from Scotland to England and back with an army? That's how long it feels. Not long. So, how old is Macbeth? He could be 35, he could be 55, or, which is kind of like more, this play has aged him. He starts youngish and he ends oldish. Why? Because terrible things make you age. And then Seaton enters.
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
So yeah, all that was reported, that's true. Well, I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor. Let me put on armor. I'll fight until I'm dead. Doesn't matter.
Needed yet?
I'll put it on. Send out more horses, scur the country round, hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor.
So, the Seaton says, you don't need your armor yet. He says, no, put me on. Why do you think he wants to put on his armor? Even though he's not in battle, he doesn't need it anytime soon. It's protection. It's security. But remember, what's the only thing... I almost called him Romeo. What's the only thing Macbeth is actually very good at? It's being a warrior. He's not a very good murderer, because every time he murders someone, things don't go the way they were planning. He's not a good king. Is he a good husband? I don't know. The one thing he's good at is he's a good warrior. So this is security for him. And now he's going to talk to the doctor.
How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow? Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart?
Okay. Some interesting stuff here. So the doctor's like, no, I can't really help her. Please cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Oh, that's a great phrase. A mind diseased. A diseased mind. A mind that's been diseased by evil. The evil didn't really affect him. The evil diseased her. Can you pluck from the memory? Can you take from her memory whatever's causing this? Whatever's weighing upon her heart? Can you fix my wife? You know what? Because at the end, he might be a murderer. He still loves his wife, though. I have heard multiple scholars say that Macbeth and Lady Macbeth's marriage they're the best couple in all of Shakespeare. Not just not just because they're fun to watch, but because they actually, there's a balance in their relationship, and there is an admiration, though it's hidden under ambition. They do love each other.
Then the patient must minister to himself.
Yeah, if it's a messed up mind, only the patient can heal themselves.
Physic to the dogs, how none of it. Come, put mine armor on! Give me my staff. Satan, send out. Doctor, the Thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Put off, I say. What rhubarb, senna, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye, my...
So, hey, you're a doctor. You heal things. Can you diagnose my land? Can you heal my land? You've heard of these rhubarb and senna, these remedies. Can you apply them to my land?
Lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Oh, yes, I've heard because of you, of England. I've vaguely heard of England.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
So Macbeth leaves with, well, I won't be afraid until the forest comes here. So the prophecies are keeping me safe. Then the doctor's like, oh, I wish I were away from here. Profit again should hardly draw me here. I'd never come back here, even for money. This place is crazy. And that's the end of the scene. There's one thing I actually forgot to mention at the end of the Lady Macbeth scene that the doctor says, and this is the last time we'll see the doctor. And so I'll bring it up now because I forgot to mention it. He says here, God forgive us all. So he realizes Lady Macbeth has gone crazy for the murdering of Duncan, the murdering of Banquo, probably other people. They know he can probably figure out it's Lady Macduff too. He says, God forgive us all. So I think at one level he means we, the people of Scotland, we let this happen. Let God forgive us for letting this happen. Let God forgive us for watching as it happened. Let God forgive us for being present while it happened. But I think there's also a meta thing in there. I think that's a line for the audience, too. I think it's God forgive us all for looking at these abominations, looking at these terrible people in this terrible play, and maybe part of us has sympathy for them, for Lady Macbeth, for Macbeth. At one time, maybe we had some sympathy. Well, God forgive us for having that, because we're only human. All right. That's the end of the act, or of the scene. End of the scene.